Welcome everybody to a bonus video of Fire Emblem Engage. This is not going to have any story progression. In fact, you'll see I'm back on the Divine Paralog map, and that's because some of my team is pretty low level and I want to go ahead and level them up. But I said we're going to do some skirmishes just to show them off. Now this one's a pretty low skirmish. The skirmishes in the Divine Paralogs tend to be lower level than the ones on the real map. So I don't know how much experience we'll get, but I figure we'll show off a quick skirmish, kind of show what that's all about. And then there was an exploit that I talked about near the beginning of the playthrough that I want to go ahead and show off. Two of them, actually. And I figured, you know what, let's just make a quick little... let's just make a little bonus video to tackle all that. So what I'm doing is I'm taking off anybody who is a little bit over leveled. Oh, I want to keep Alcrest. So that's going to give us 5 units to tackle this map, which I think will be alright. And let's go ahead and switch up some emblem rings here just to give us a fighting chance. So we'll give Alfred Hector.
Hector, leave it to me.
We'll give Saline Veronica.
Veronica, I'll help.
And we'll give Alcrest, we'll give Lynn back to Alcrest.
Lady Lynn, leave it to me.
Yeah. Oh, Louis and Diamant. Oh my god. Louis should have Hector. Oh my gosh.
Hector, let's go.
Alright, Diamant, we'll give Lucina.
Lucina.
Together.
And then Alfred will give Edelgard.
Edelgard, we shall win.
There we go. That looks better. Okay. We're gonna swap spaces. I'm just gonna bring everybody up to the top of the map. That way we can keep everyone together. Yes, this is the map where Saline met her demise multiple times. Actually, no, this isn't the one where she died multiple times. She did die to Soren on this map, though. Although Saline and Soren might be a good... Nah, we'll do Saline and Veronica. Okay. Okay, so these are all my guys that are a little bit under-leveled compared to everybody else. I think we'll be alright. We'll just start kind of working our way. I'm not going to really worry about splitting the group this time. We're just going to kind of let enemies commando us. And just kind of see what these little skirmish maps are about. Also, I had to pick the map with the best music, right?
Understood.
So move Louis here. Actually, if anyone's going to solo a portion of the map, it's going to be Louis, because these guys are probably not going to do any damage to him, and there's no magic users over here. So Louis is going to go off on the solo route this time, and everybody else is going to start just running down here. Not going to engage just yet.
As you wish.
Tell me where.
And it may be a little slow going, but again, this is just a bonus episode, so it doesn't really matter how long it takes me. Because if you guys want to watch, great. If you don't, that's fine. In fact, we don't need to watch all these guys run up, so we're just going to skip. And let's see what we're dealing with. Alright. Well, Louis does have a caster, but we'll just take him out now. Oh, he's chain guarded. Yeah. That'll do it. Fine.
That was eye-opening.
Because they're not going to earn a ton of experience, so... And even with skirmishes, there's a possibility that somebody could die. 3%. I feel like I'm gonna have to do a compilation of all the crits that happen throughout this playthrough.
Victory is mine.
This is what I trained for.
I'm mainly staying quiet because the music is so good. And now that we're on the corrupted music, then it's just like, okay, whatever.
Was that sufficient?
Okay. They can all come up and attack Louis. They're not going to do anything to him.
You were beautiful while you lasted.
Oh man, 1 damage and broke because a 43% hit actually hit. Alright, let these guys all move up, speed it up a little bit. And player phase. Okay.
Handle with care. Was that sufficient?
I'm not as worried about my units on this map, mainly because the levels are so low.
My turn.
And I'm so over leveled that it's really not going to make a dent in me. I mean, you can tell just by the minimal experience they're gaining. This skirmish really isn't going to get me the experience that I want, which is fine because the next exploit that the exploits that I'm going to show off will actually help with that.
Victory.
There we go. There's a crit for us. I guess that was considered like the boss of this map. Nice. Well, Alcris leveled up. That's good. That was a good wait, because now we're going to have a bunch of people coming on to Alfred, and he should be able to take them on. There's only one axe user there, and I don't know if they can get through. Of course you're going to break Diamant. But an Armor Slayer or Saline will take you out on the next turn. And you're going to go for Alcris. Because Alcris can't hit you back. There we go.
Serves you right.
Serves you right. Alfred's leveled up, level 16. This is why I did the skirmish this way. I just can't help but laugh the fact that nobody can make a dent on Louis unless they know how to use magic. And it's kind of the same for Alfred. For the most part,
What I trained for.
he's kind of tanky. Alright. So Louis... take you out. Again, they laugh when they kill things. It's just... Alright, Saline is not going to die. I'm saying that right now. Saline is not going to die.
All flowers eventually wilt.
And you will not be one of those flowers.
A proud victory.
Not today.
apologize later.
But yeah, I'm not nearly thinking as much as I normally do in fights because again, you know, it's come down to this skirmish is going to be so easy with their levels being so low. You know, I'm level 15, 16. They're level, what, 7, 8, 9? They just don't have the strength to take me down. Yeah, 5 damage. And this is where Reprisal kicks in, because if I lose HP, it's going to add it to my damage output, which is very nice. Very nice indeed. Saline, you finally learned how to
All
dodge!
in the name of peace.
My goodness! Ugh, left with 1 HP. Oh my. Oh my gosh, we've already almost routed the entire map, and that's how easy some of these skirmishes are compared to the like original chapter. I haven't had to engage once, and I'm mopping these guys up like they're nothing.
And so your tale ends. Victory is mine.
Leveled up that bond, though that's not going to matter as much because in the real gameplay I am putting Lucina back on Alir, so. Speed taker. No, wait. Alright, I think we're about over. We just have these 2 more enemies, that's it. Okay. Did I really put on the Rider's Bane and not the Javelin? That's dumb. Louie's kind of done fighting.
A proud victory.
And that's the skirmish. It's pretty straightforward. I mean, I did one on the Divine Paralogs, but that was just to show it off. These ones are very easy. The ones on the world map scale with your level. And so as you go up in level, the battles will go up. And look! She redeemed herself! She just became MVP on the map that she initially died on. Look at that. But, I mean, as you can see, we're not even 15 minutes into the video yet, and we're done with a battle, because the skirmishes on the Divine Paralogs are so painstakingly easy. But, yeah, I mean, good way to get a little bit of extra experience on your units, and every single skirmish that you do levels up or resets your Somniel. And so when I get back up there, I'm going to be able to, like, in addition to doing my explore here and getting my little bit of extra glowy bits, that will hopefully be some ingots. That's another way to get good ingots. If you have a donation level high enough, now you can't donate to the Divine Paralogs, but if you have a donation high enough in an area that grants you, you know, steel, iron, silver ingots, look for skirmishes on those maps and do them. And then you'll be able to start farming materials pretty well. And if your team is leveled sufficiently and it's not a hassle for you, then, you know, you should be fine. The other couple of exploits that can take place happen up in the Somniel itself. And so the first one that I'm going to show is going to be dealing with some online capability stuff. And the second one is going to be around bond rings. And I know we haven't touched bond rings since the very beginning. But here's the thing. Now that I did that battle, my Somniel is completely reset. And I did collect all of this stuff off screen. But all of my dogs, now you guys can see my dogs again, now have refreshed ingots. So I just got a steel. We got an iron. We got another steel. Another steel. 4 steel, 1 iron. You know what? I'll take that in lieu of a silver. That's fine. Steel tends to be what holds me back in general anyway. So, but this refreshes everything. This refreshes your recreation. This refreshes your arena. This refreshes your recreation. Your meals. This refreshes everything. You can go to bed and get more wake up events. So every time you do a battle, it doesn't have to be a story battle. Everything else in the Somniel refreshes. And so I can go around and collect all my stuff again, and then I can do all the events that I want to do. Now, I'm not going to do those because, quite honestly, we have a lot of supports already to view in the next real episode, so I don't want to overload that episode with just a crap ton of supports. So I am going to hold off. I'm going to collect all my stuff, but other than that, you know, we don't have to worry about too much else. But the 2 exploits I want to show that can really, like, get you into both farming for levels and farming for materials, oh boy, they're a little bit of a doozy. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and start off with, I'm going to start off, well, let's go to the arena first. The one thing I'm not going to waste is some experience grinding, because the whole reason I'm doing this is to get my units up to level 17, so that they're kind of more on par with some units to come. These guys, because I was focusing on Yunaka and Alir and all of them, these guys are a little under leveled. So let me see. Louis is almost leveled up. Let's go ahead and top him off, get him to 16.
I shall serve as your opponent today.
It's me, the Brodian prince who isn't Diamant.
And Louis is going to win that one, so we'll just skip it.
How satisfying.
Leveled up to level 16. Good, that's what I wanted to see happen. Alright. And Diamant needs leveled up, so let's go ahead and throw him in.
I am Diamant, Crown Prince of Brodia.
I swear to a fair and honest challenge.
Yeah, Diamant's gonna win, no problem.
Oh my, I'm still so weak.
Thank you for sparring with me.
And we'll get another one in, and hopefully he fights somebody that's a little bit more around his level so that he can level up. And you can see that I'm getting support with the allies that I fight, so this is another way to grind support.
Go easy on you,
if you have a specific unit who you want to get support on.
I've been observing the way you fight.
Oh yeah. He's done. That's fine. That's fine. We got a little bit more experience on him. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go down here to the Tower of Trials. Now again, I'm not worrying about building extra support. I'm not going to waste time doing that right now. I can if I ever want to get support build up in between sessions. This is probably going to be how I do it. But I'm going to go down to the Tower of Trials. I said that every battle resets your Somniel. And it's true, including online battles. So if I go in here to the Tower of Trials and I go to an Outrealm trial, these battles are quick, and these battles are 100% going to reset my Somniel. What I'm going to do is a quick battle, predetermined map. I'm going to choose the garden because it's the smallest. I'm going to choose random. And this is just going to pair me with some person who has a team already set up. The team's going to be controlled by the AI. And this takes no time at all to implement. No time at all. So what I'm going to do is let me see who I have. You know, I think that's good. Maybe we'll swap out Saline for Yunaka, but that's good otherwise. I'm going to go ahead and let me actually... I don't care. Win or lose, who cares? I'm going to fight, but I'm not really going to fight. So this is one of the exploits you can do to just beef up your team. I'm going to go on auto battle charge, and then I'm just going to skip, and I'm going to let the computer do everything. So we're not going to see any of the battle, so sorry if you wanted to, but I'm just going to keep doing that until I either become victorious or I lose.
In the end.
No! They killed best girl! That's usually not good. If I lose units by turn 2, I usually end up losing the battle, but it's fine. They killed a lair! No! This is taking longer than it normally does, but if you just go through here and skip all the turns, ultimately it doesn't take long to... We ended up winning! That's shocking. I lost 2 of my better units. Okay. So, if you win an Outrealm trial, you do get materials. I got a lovely candle. That's a gift. I can give that to somebody who would like that. Now I'm going to completely back out. And we're going to go back to the Somniel, and we're going to see that our Somniel is 100% reset. All of our arena matches are going to come back. My dogs are going to have more ingots. And then if I would have done recreation and all of that stuff, it would be available again. And this is just so great to be able to do. So here, if I go to my farmyard and we look at my map, all my glowy bits are back. So now I have iron, another iron, another iron, a silver, okay, and another iron. Okay, 4 irons and a silver. I will take it. I'm not going to go and collect all the other materials, but I am going to go to the arena, and you're going to see that my arena is completely reset too. Why do I love this exploit so much? Well, this is it. If I don't want to go out and do skirmishes, I can just do Outrealm trials for a few seconds, and then come into this arena and get them fighting again. Also,
I am Diamant. Prepare
the
yourself.
way the experience... Oh, this will be an easy fight. The way the experience is calculated, as long as you're not on maddening, and it might be different and hard, but I know for normal, if you lose a match to somebody equal to or less than your level, you get 10 experience points. If you're fighting somebody significantly higher than you, I know it's a little bit more. If you win a battle against somebody significantly lower than you like this, it's 15. If you win a match, it's somebody who's around your level, I think it's like 25 to 35. So you can calculate out experience, and within like 4 or 5 Outrealm trials, you can get units leveled up pretty significantly. And that's pretty much what I'll be doing, is all my units that are only level 16, I'm going to be bumping up through the Outrealm trial exploit.
Try not to hurt each other, okay? It's been an honor.
So she'll get 15 experience.
What a joy this has been.
And I could keep doing those Outrealm trials again and again and again and again. That's also why I didn't do the support conversations, because this is how I'm going to rack up my experience.
Has arrived.
Clan, Divine Dragon Fan Club co-founder.
Now a loss, she got 10. Because they're around the same level. Okay. So that's how I'll get my team leveled up. And it's actually pretty nice, because then again, it resets my Somniel over and over and over again, and it doesn't waste any time. It takes no time at all. So that's one exploit. The other one takes a little bit of time. And I think you have to do it off of the world map. And all we have to do is get ready to get into a battle. So I'm going to go ahead out here. We're going to go to the world map. And it's going to give us our pathing for the next chapter and everything. That's fine. I'm not too concerned about that at all, because I'm not going to it yet. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to choose, actually this is pretty perfect. I'm going to choose this. I'm going to choose Begin Skirmish. I have to enter a battle. I have to enter my battle prep screen. And I don't want to do any story driven stuff right now because, you know, we're going to do that in the next episode. But I'm going to get into my battle prep screen. And then, oh, it's dark now. Anyway, and then I'm going to immediately back out of it. Return to the world map. Okay, this is going to set a seed for my bond ring creation. And if I want a specific bond ring, or I want like an S level bond ring or something, this is how to do it. From here, I'm going to go ahead and save. And I'm saving here because then if I have to come back here and redo it, you know, it's fine. So then I'm going to travel back to the Somnio. These setups can be a little bit annoying, especially if you go time and time and time and time and time again without getting what you want. But for this exploit, all you have to do is have at least 1,000 bond fragments and access to the world map. So this can be done as early as chapter 4, I believe. And then, of course, anytime after that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here to the ring vault. Or the ring chamber, rather. And then once I'm in the ring chamber, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to go to create bond rings. Now, we haven't done this yet, so I have Lynn and Lucina that I can do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and choose Lynn. I'm going to create 10. And then we're going to see if any of these are S rank. They're not. So at this point, what I would need to do is close out of my game, like completely exit out of it, and get back in. And this is where the setup for this can take a long time because you are constantly having to exit the game, come back into it until you get stuff that you want. But if I want specific S rank rings, then this is what you would have to do. So what I'm honestly going to do is I am going to just, I'll edit out any failed attempts. That way you guys aren't sitting here watching me consistently reset and all of that. But I do need to show you what we have to do. So after we get back into the game here, once it all loads up, we're going to have to go back into that battle. We're going to have to restart, back out.
Engage.
And then we're going to have to do all that again. So we'll do it one more time. And then if it doesn't work, I'm going to edit out my failed attempts. So here we go. We'll hit begin. And then we're going to back out immediately. We're going to travel to the Somnio. And then we're going to go to the ring chamber and we're going to see if I have any S ranks. If I don't, again, it's just a rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat until you get there. So let's go to the ring chamber. I think the biggest frustration with this point is all of the loading screens. You've got the loading screen to get to the world map. You've got the loading screen to come back to the Somniel. You've got the loading screen into the ring chamber. You've got the loading screens if you have to reset. So let's go ahead and do a create. We're going to do 10 for Lynn again. And we actually got the same exact rings as before. And so that was the thing that I was concerned about. I thought you have to do it on a main story map, I think. Either a paralog or a main story. So I'm going to go do that so that I don't spoil any of the story stuff that we're about to see. And I'll meet you back here once I have a list of bond rings that I'm willing to do something with. So you see the next step. So main story. You have to do something on the main story. That's right. Be right back. All right. So I've been at this for a while, and I have not been able to get an S rank ring in a good spot, but I do have an A. I have an A in slot 2, and I figured this would be the way to do it. So I have 10 bond rings here. Most of them C's, couple B's, but I have an A. And that's the best ring I've gotten so far in all of this. In a good slot, too. So she's in slot number 2. So if we do this, when we go back through and do this exploit, we're going to back out of here. Okay, and I'm going to completely quit out of the game. I'm not going to go through the main screen of the Switch. I'm just going to quit, return to title screen, and I'm not going to do anything else. Okay, so we'll get back in.
Fire Emblem Engage.
We're going to go ahead and continue. Come back to our map. Now, I saved after I got into this battle. Okay, so I went in, I went through, I saved. So my seed is set as long as I don't touch anything else and I just go and travel back to the Somnio. We can use this exploit. So creating 10 rings and just kind of not being sure what you're going to get, it's 1,000 bond fragments. And to be honest, you can use those bond fragments for better things, to be completely honest with you. So instead of wasting 1,000 bond fragments, if you have the patience and the time, you can go through this exploit of entering a story chapter or a paralog, starting the battle, immediately backing out of it, saving, and then checking your 10 rings. Once you get a ring in a slot that you like, or a ring that you like that's in a slot that you like, this is where the exploit comes in. I'm going to go into the ring chamber. And I'm going to go and create rings, but this time I'm only going to create 2. We had a C rank ring that was in slot 1, and then my A rank was in slot 2. So if I create 2 bond rings, then I guarantee that the second ring that I create from Lynn is going to be that A rank ring. So this first one, I believe it was a Hector C. Yes, it was. My next rank is going to be, I don't remember her name, it started with an N, but it should be my A rank ring. There you go. You can do this, and now the rest of the rings, I was like, they're kind of useless, I don't really want them. The rest of the rings, I can just save on bond fragments. So that's an exploit you can do if you want to create bond rings, if you want to do a bunch of stuff with them. As you can see, I don't really use bond rings often. I use those few Fire Emblem Hero rings that I got at the beginning of the playthrough, but I haven't touched bond rings since. A big reason for that is with the DLC emblems, there's never really a moment in time that I'm lacking for anything. I don't really need to throw bond rings on my team. Now, of course, if you're somebody who's not playing with the DLC, then yeah, absolutely, use the bond rings. You know, create them, use that exploit if you want to, and just kind of set yourself up. One other thing that I haven't shown in the main video that I'll go ahead and show here is the music box. So as we visit different countries, we get different music. So here we have a tea party in Firenze. Okay, we've got Good Company in Brodia. And then we have Dinner in Illusia. And of the three, my favorite is the Tea Party and Firenze. And this will play all throughout the Somnio now. Doesn't matter where I go. Doesn't matter if I leave and come back. This music will be playing. I personally, however, do like the original Somniel music. So we're going to let that play. And with that, we're going to go ahead and end this little bonus video off here. If you watched through the entire thing, thanks a bunch, appreciate it. If you liked it, consider leaving a like and a comment down below. And consider subscribing, especially if you want more Fire Emblem Engage content. Next video, we are jumping back into the story. And I have to say, some of my favorite music in the entire game coming up. Can't wait. But, as always, I'm going to wish you guys a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you in the next video.